What is up, everybody? Greg Ehrenberg here from Odd Chopper. It is Tuesday, and we're about to break down all of the best baseball bets of the day via the data that we have over here in Odd Chopper. So do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to sign up for OS. We have a link below in the description box that's going to get you 70% off your first month, so less than $1 per day for all of the best bets of the day. And let's start looking at these now. And looking at baseball, there are some tennis matches going on, but a lot of them were a little bit earlier. So most of that they've already locked for today. So just going to walk through baseball. And a pretty big slate. We've got just about every team playing. And let's start by looking at some of the home run props, which are what is popping up towards the top of our board here. And then we'll try to see if we can find any strikeout props as well. But starting here with Oscar Colas, going up against the Chicago Cubs and Kyle Hendricks on the mound for the Cubs. Hitter-friendly park here in Chicago. And something else of note here as well is, even though Hendricks has pitched fairly well so far this year, it's only 11 starts. I don't really buy all that much into the sample size. And from what we've seen the last few years out of Kyle Hendricks, he's not really aged all that well. He's never been a hard-throwing pitcher, but he was also a guy who, younger in his career, hardly ever walked hitters, and that's not the case anymore. He does walk more hitters now. And then in addition, we've seen a little bit of a decline in his ground ball rate. That was especially pronounced last year when he only had a 36.2% ground ball rate, and he's always been a pitcher that is a higher than league average home run to fly ball rate. So far for the year, solid results for Kyle Hendricks, 3.38 ERA, 3.86 expected ERA. But I do not expect that to continue, and a lot of projections on him for the rest of the season seem to align with that. If we look at some of these models, Zips has him with a 4.29 ERA, Steamer 4.85 ERA, the Bat 5.05 ERA. So those are the marks on Kyle Hendricks for the rest of the season. And Colas is one of the top top outfield prospects that we have all in baseball, and he's plus 830 to homer. It's not like I'm going out and being like Oscar Colas locked to homer today. But the fair line projected at plus 692 when it's plus 830 at FanDuel. So 17% expected EV. Some of the other lines available on Colas, much lower. See how much better the FanDuel line is compared to everywhere else. Nobody else even has a line wider than plus 600. It's as short as plus 450 at Caesars. So Colas plus 830 to homer, outlier number there over on FanDuel. One to take advantage of. Some of these other home run props, Carson Kelly, MJ Melendez, Jason Hayward. If I had to pick on any of these guys, it would probably be Melendez, just because he is the guy who I think is the best hitter of all these. And, I know that the Kansas City Royals offense has generally been dog shit this year, because it is. But there is still some power and speed to be had in the lineup, and Melendez is one of those power hitters. So Melendez's numbers overall for the year, he does have 7 homers so far. He hit 18 homers last year. Nothing crazy, but the matchup against Aaron Savali is a decent one. I don't really love any of these home run props. The one I like the most is Oscar Colas, but these ones do rate as having some positive EV as well. Let's see what else we could find here. Looking for a strikeout prop. Elly De La Cruz under 0.5 total hits. The thing that stands out the most to me about Elly De La Cruz, and I know he's made a little bit better of contact as of late, but he's had a really rough go to start off the second half of the year, and all of his numbers indicate this is a guy who's probably going to be a below league average hitter in the second half of the year. The public doesn't really view him that way. He has a 102 WRC plus, 100 is league average, so right around league average for Elly De La Cruz, but that's with a 375 BABIP, which is just not something I view as sustainable at all. Most projection models have him as a fair BABIP guy around 340, which if that's the case, he's going to be something around 10 to 15% below league average as a hitter in the second half of the year. Plus 180 for him to not have a hit. I think that's pretty favorable, especially when you look at his numbers since the All-Star break. Elly De La Cruz, second half of the year, 103 batting average. And also, out of 43 plate appearances, he struck out in 17 of them. So, got a guy in Elly De La Cruz who is striking out in about half his plate appearances in the second half of the season. Lots of regression coming in terms of the BABIP. Don't mind him plus 180 to not record a hit. Any strikeout props? Here's one. Justin Verlander on the road against the Yankees. This is our number one projected strikeout prop for today. And when it comes to Justin Verlander, the matchup against the Yankees probably a little bit easier than a lot of us thought it was going to be heading into the year. The biggest reason being is that Aaron Judge has missed a ton of time with a toe injury. But what really stands out the most about Justin Verlander is, number one, a little bit of regression this year. Won the Cy Young really inexplicably last year, coming back from Tommy John surgery at 39 years old. This year,
pretty big decrease in his fastball velocity. It's down 0.5 mile per hour, and that's really led to a decreased swing and why is that so hard to say? Swing and miss. I'm an idiot. Swing and miss rate for Justin Verlander last year was considerably higher, and we're seeing a big difference in the strikeout rate due to that. 27.8% K rate for Verlander last year. This year, 20.6%, which is actually, if I'm not mistaken, the lowest of his career in any healthy season. Yeah, this is the first time we've ever seen Verlander in a fully healthy year where he has had a strikeout rate this low. So definitely some concerns here with Verlander. 6.5 strikeouts, really big prop. I do like taking the under on that. Nothing else really standing out too much as far as the strikeout props go. Yeah, nothing else really crazy EV here or anything. So let's go and look at Prize Picks, see what kind of props are up over there. And we have a 6-leg flex parlay for Prize Picks. This one is going, I'll take out the tennis line. So 5-leg flex parlay. No real positive EV here, but still, if you can get like a neutral one, I'll add in the Ken Waldichuk. And here we have still 6-leg flex parlay. About a neutral play here over on Prize Picks. But if you want some action, this is what we project to be the best one of the day. Ken Waldichuk under 4.5 strikeouts. Nick Gonzalez under 0.5 total bases. Jacob Stallings under 0.5 total bases. Kirilloff under 1.5 total bases. Savali under 5.5 strikeouts. And then Glasnow under 8.5 strikeouts. So that is the top Prize Picks play of the day. And then if we go into the parlay builder for FanDuel, let's see what we can get there. Probably going to be some of those college football lines we have to take out. Of course. All right, let's see. So Marcano to record a hit. Eduardo Rodriguez under 6.5 strikeouts. Let's see. I like Kyle Rayleigh in here to get a hit. So you have not a ton of value on the board today. A little 1% expected EV on this 4-1 FanDuel parlay. Kyle Riley to have a hit. Eduardo Rodriguez under 6.5 strikeouts. And then Marcano also to record a hit. So plus 405 odds over on FanDuel is going to win 20% of the time. And yeah, not the most value in the world, but still some bets to be found here over at OddsShopper, and more of them likely to be popping up as the day goes on. If you have any more questions or comments for myself, go check out Chalkboard. Totally free to download app that we have a link for below in the description box. So hope to see you guys there. And as for today, good luck. I hope you win all your bets. See you back here tomorrow.